Welcome to Condashura Design. Today we are going to make a scarecrow wreath. Here are some of the materials that we will need for this craft, and I will put a list of those materials in the description below. So let's get started. Alright, first we're going to start by painting our foam ball, which is about a 9.6 inch, and we're going to be using a creamy beige color. And we want to take our foam brush and just start patting it in there. This is going to take a little time because you really want it to get into all the little creases. It's going to take a lot of paint, probably a whole bottle of paint. So make sure you have a full bottle on hand. All right, now that we've gone all the way around the foam, we are going to just go around again and looking for any spots that didn't really take the paint. And we're going to try to fill those spots in with the paint. And then we're going to set this aside to dry for a while. I did use almost a full bottle of paint, so make sure you are aware of that. It does take a lot of paint. This foam just kind of sucks it all in. So just go around, get those little pieces, and then let it dry. While the foam ball is drying, we're going to cut out our face for our scarecrow. So we're first going to start with the eyes, and honestly I have not been able to find anything that can trace onto the black felt that works really well. So I'm just going to take my template, which I will link the sizes and everything of the templates in the description below, and we're just going to cut along the template. If you have a Cricut, that works too, but if you don't, this is how I would do it. So there's one, and then we're going to do another one. And then I like to just kind of make sure that it's nice and round, well, oval, that there aren't any pieces that are sticking out that look weird. All right, so there are our eyes. And let's do the nose. Now this is a maroon color felt. You can use whatever felt that you have on hand, red, orange, yellow, whatever you would like. I had maroon on hand, and I thought, oh, that will probably look pretty good on a scarecrow. So I chose to do my maroon colored felt. And do it the same way, just cutting it out from the template. The mouth is a little more tricky, a little harder to do. So I'm going to go get my pins, and I'm going to pin it down, and I'm just going to do it the same way, cutting out with the template on the felt. All right, I got my pins, and I'm going to pin the mouth onto the felt. I did use cardstock, so it's a little hard to get through, but just be patient with it. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. Just take your time. It also doesn't have to be perfect. It is a scarecrow. And we will do some cleanup on it after we're done with the main part of cutting it out. Right, once you have it cut out, go ahead and take your pins out, put your template to the side, take a look. Oh, it looks pretty good. I'm going to do a little cleanup on it because it's not quite how I would like it. This is really preference. So you can also do your own template for a scarecrow mouth. Whatever you would like. Just make it fun and enjoy it. All right. And I like that. All right, so now we have our felt pieces cut out for the face. Another thing that you can do while the paint is drying is cut out your 3 pieces of raffia. So I'm going to take that little piece of string off. This is a table skirt. I found that it's a good size and it's more affordable to do it this way. So you're going to get your measuring tool out and you're going to measure these to about 12 inches a piece, and you will be doing 3 of these. All right, got all 3 of those done, and the rest we'll just put to the side. 2 of the 3 raffia strips, you're going to make a circle, not too big, not too small, just kind of like that, so when it hangs, it will look really nice. And I'm just going to use my hot glue gun. I'm going to put some glue right there, hold it for a second, and then I'm going to glue this all the way around the rest of it. Holding it as you go. Like that, and you'll want to do that to the other one. Exactly the same. Take it and get that nice roundness going. Out right there. And glue it in place. These are going to be the arms of your scarecrow. And the other 12-inch piece is going to be the bow tie. And then just hold it in place. Make sure it stays. And you've got your 2 arms for your scarecrow. All right, with the 3rd piece, this is going to be like the background of the bow tie. So what we're going to do is we're going to find about the middle. I did have some of these that fell off when I was cutting the skirt. So I thought I'd just kind of incorporate those into this piece so we're not leaving out anything. We're gonna get a nice piece of twine. Okay, we're gonna put that underneath and just kind of guesstimate where that middle will be, and then we're going to tie it really tight. Tie it again. And then I'm going to tie it into a knot. And I'm going to cut off that extra twine. All right. And I did not get that in the middle, so we're going to do that again. That did not look right to me. So I'm just going to take that off and do that again. Before I tie it this time, I'm going to take this part off because that might be throwing me off a little bit. We don't need this. We don't want this on here. So I'm just going to cut this off, and maybe that will help me get that center a little bit better. All right, I'll just get that out of the way. All right. I like that. Okay, now we're gonna start tying it again. And tie it into a knot. And let's cut those pieces down. All right. That looks better. It is very long. On both sides, we're going to be trimming it, but not yet, not quite yet. We're just going to put it aside for right now. Our foam ball is all nice and dry now. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to take our cutout foam pieces and we're going to place it on our half foam and start making the face. We're not gluing it yet, we're just placing it, seeing how we like it on there. You can either do a straight smile, or I like to give it just a little bit of a slant, like that. Okay, I like that. Now I'm going to take the Scarecrow's hat, and out of the packaging I noticed that the rope is coming off a little bit. So I'm just going to get my hot glue gun out and I'm just going to glue that rope back on so it's nice and secure. I'm going to do that all the way around the hat, especially where it has definitely come off. Okay, I still have not glued on the felt pieces of the face yet. I'm gonna just kind of lift it up and place the hat where I would like it. a little adjusting it. I'm really kind of wanting this knot of the rope over on the side. And I'm gonna pull it down just a tad. Okay, making sure this brim is up a little bit. Hey, I like that right there. So now I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue the hat onto the head. Now before I glue the eyes on, I need to get my raffia pieces ready for the hair that will go under the hat brim, but kind of over the eyes a little bit. In the kit that I got for the Scarecrow's hat, it came with some little pieces of raffia. And this is what I'm going to use for the hair of the Scarecrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this apart and I'm just going to cut these pieces right on off of here. Then I'm just going to discard that. And then I'm going to put these aside because these are going to be a little bit longer than these pieces. So I'm just going to put these over here. And I'm also going to cut these. So again, I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to cut right below that part. And I'm going to do that with all of these. Taking the longer raffia, I'm going to take a few, not too many. I'm going to fold it in half. And for right now, I'm just going to pretend like I'm gluing it up there. Oh dear. Okay, so this is why I did not glue on the eyes and the nose and the mouth yet. The hair is going to cover too much, so I need to bring this down a little more. So I'm really glad I didn't glue it on. So we're going to pull these down a little bit. Okay, I'm liking that. Just a little bit more apart on the eyes and down. Okay, I like that. So now I'm going to just kind of press them on. They should stick pretty good. So now I'm going to take this piece of raffia and I'm going to kind of open it back up. And I'm just going to put some hot glue all the way around so it will hold it. And then I'm going to fold it. And I'm going to put hot glue where I'm going to connect it to the head and the hat right up here. I'm going to hold it for a few minutes. Well, for a few seconds, not for a few minutes. Just a few seconds. And then push it down a little bit. Okay, so some are still pretty much in the eye, so we'll just snip those kind of away. Or you can keep it like that. I'm going to snip it a little bit. Okay. Okay, and then we're going to just keep going with that. Just a few at a time. Not too many. Make sure they're all even. I'm going to first put a little glue around it to hold them in. And then I'm going to just make sure that you're careful with the hot glue gun so you don't get burned. And I'm going to put this one right next to that other piece. and hold it for a few seconds. Start moving it around. These smaller pieces we're going to use as fillers, and I'll show you what I mean here in just a minute. I still want to put a few more of these along the top. Okay, now with these smaller pieces, I'm going to take a few and I'm just going to kind of give it a little more hair. So I'm just going to glue these all together and then place them in where I feel like we need just a little bit more. Just like that. And we're gonna do that again over here. And we're going to continue. I'm going to go back to the longer pieces. Folding it in half. Placing it underneath. It will take a little time, but it really gives him personality. And take some of my filler pieces, not too many at a time. Through the top of those. Make sure you get every one of them and then stick them in. As you start getting to the sides of the face, we're going to do our raffia just a little bit different. We're still going to take a few, but instead of folding it in half, we're going to go up a little further. So I'm leaving about an inch, and I'm going to fold it in there. I'm going to put the glue on there, and then I'm going to, having the longer pieces facing towards the eyes, I'm going to start putting those pieces in to give it a little bit longer hairline. And continue to do that all the way across. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Making sure you're kind of eyeing how much you have, because you got to do the same thing on the other side. Remember, we can always fill it in with some of these longer pieces. of our filler. So I'm going to do one more on this side, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. When you're working on the other side, just make sure that your longer pieces are going to be facing the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. Also, make sure you have a lot of hot glue available because you'll be using quite a bit of it for this project. So now we're starting on the other side, connecting the longer pieces. I'm finding if I twist it a little bit, it does make it a little easier. The things you learn as you go along. And then just keep going to make it the same as the other side. All right, I've done all the longer pieces. And now I'm going to use the filler to fill in some of these little blanks here that I think needs a little more. You also might want to use your finger protector for the hot glue as you push these up in there. It definitely will probably save your fingers. So we're gonna start just filling these in. Don't take too many at a time because you want to make sure you get the glue on all of them. Now you don't have to use all these little pieces. Just use as many as you feel is necessary to give it a full head of hair. I like these pieces. They're really easy to just kind of stick up in there. And they give it such a nice, fuller look. All right, I didn't record all that because I figured it kind of gets a little boring watching me do that. As I was going along, I kind of did a few things to make the hair a little longer since I did run out of the longer pieces. Also, if for some reason you can't find a kit and the piece that you need to cut the raffia, the longer pieces are about 7.5 inches long, and these smaller filler pieces are about 3 inches long. So what I did was, because I wanted more length over here, I just took this and I just put it down under the hairline a little bit, and I just tacked it in to give it a little longer look on the sides, because I felt like it needed a little bit more. So now it's just filling in where I feel like it needs it. I need some more glue. A little trick I learned from a friend, just put some hot glue on that end and then push it in, hold it for a minute, and then you've got your next glue stick. So now I'm just putting these pieces around where I think we need them. I think it looks good. All right, so we're gonna save these because we might need them. We'll see. But we're gonna keep them for right now, just in case. So now we're going to hot glue our face on. I'm gonna move it down a little bit more, not too much, because we are going to put flowers down here. But I think just a little bit, not much. Just like that. Over. All right, and I'm going to use my hot glue gun, and we're going to finally glue the face on. Careful with the mouth. Next, we're going to take our 10-inch wire wreath frame, and we're going to turn our Scarecrow over. Move that off. And using the back side of the wreath frame, we're going to make sure that we're getting the whole thing covered here. I also like to make sure that one of these is facing upward. It will make it really easier to put the raffia through to give it the string for hanging. So I'm going to put it, want it centered the best I can. Okay, I'm going to put it right there. What I'm going to do, I haven't glued the back side of the hat, so I can put my hand underneath. And I'm going to take my half moon needle, and I'm using a black DMC thread, and I'm going to sew this right onto the hat. So the reason I like the half moon is that I can take it up and through, and then it makes it easier to get this on there nicely. Make sure it's centered, and just go kind of crisscross. Do it a few times. It's tight. And then I just kind of work my way down. Now some of you are probably thinking, why not just hot glue gun it? You can. You certainly can. I just like to do it this way. I feel like it makes it more secure. And I go down every one of these wires. And I will hot glue gun it onto the foam. But I just thought for a little more secure, we would just sew it on down the way. Okay, and then you're just going to tie a knot at the end. And then you're going to do that exact same thing on these two as well. I do realize that was really hard to see against the dark brown of the hat, so I'm sorry about that. But once you get it sewn on, now we're going to hot glue it to the foam. So take your hot glue gun and a generous amount under and then over the top where you want it to sit. And then you are going to have to let that dry for a little bit. I know it's hot glue, but it still too takes a minute to dry. And we're going to do the same over here. while that one's still drying, and put a nice generous amount. And then we're going to just hold it together until that sets. Let's work on the Scarecrow's arms. So we're going to take these long pieces that we did earlier, the ones that we had to make into a circle at the top, and we're going to take some of our raffia. We're gonna cut a pretty good size, and then I'm going to take the raffia, each one, and I'm going to come down a ways and about right there. Whatever you like is perfect. And I'm going to tie these together, not too tight, and a little loose. Wrap it around a couple of times, and then tie it in a knot. Okay, and cut off some excess. All right, there's one, and do the same thing with the other. I missed a piece. I want to try to get as much in as I can, preferably all of it. And then here again, not too tight. And then wrap it around a few times, and then tie it in a knot. All right. Now, we're going to take our Scarecrow head, we're going to turn it to the back, and now we are going to glue these to the back. Right like that, and the other one will be like that. And so kind of on an angle. And I like doing it up here so it's connected to the hat a little bit. Okay, so we're going to take our hot glue, lots of hot glue all the way around it, and put it on. At least part of it needs to be on the hat. And hold it there. And then do the same on the other side. And then you have the arm, your Scarecrow. Turning the Scarecrow back onto the face, we are going to take our felt and we're going to put this over this raffia. So we're going to try not to glue it onto the raffia yet. We don't want that, so we're going to take our hot glue and we're just going to do the felt. And we want as much as that felt as possible. And we're going to go all the way down. Give it a secure seam. But also making sure you don't get the hot glue on the raffia. We don't want it on that yet. We will eventually, but not yet. We want to be able to move it up and down so we can place it where we're going to want it at the end. So do the same thing to the other side. Oh, I should have done it the other way. It might have been easier for me, but that's okay. We're making it work. The back side, it's okay. All right, and here again, it will move freely. All right, let's turn back around. So, oh, looking good. Make sure those are in the back. Now, grabbing our bow that we made earlier, we are going to connect our bow right to like his chin, right there. So we're going to use our hot glue. Use quite a bit. And we're going to stick it right in the middle. And hold it for a few, let it dry. Now I'm going to take my fall picks, and I love these corn pieces. I think they're going to make a very cute bow tie on top of the bow tie straw. So we're going to take part of the stem off, which I already did off camera. It's really thick wire, so it took me a little time to get it off. But you're going to take that stem off, and you're going to have your corn picks, and you're going to hot glue it onto the bow tie straw. And you're going to do one side, and then you'll do the other side as well. Just try to make sure it's in the middle the best you can. And then you're going to add a sunflower into the middle. This is to hide those stems, and it gives it a really fun touch. Let's add a sunflower to the top of the hat right by the knot. I think that will be really cute. So lots of glue. And hold it so it will stick really well. Now let's take a pair of scissors and let's trim that straw bow tie. And we're just going to do little small fringe type. Make sure you get it all. Looks good, and then we will do the same to the other side. We're going to start working on the arm, and we're going to cut a good piece of twine, and just like we did when we were doing the straw part, we're going to wrap this around, and this time we're going to secure that felt on there. So we're going to tie it a little tighter this time down here, and we're going to go around it several times and then tie our knot. We're going to cut those off and then do it again on the other side. To sit the way you would like it to sit, and then wrap it around. I do about 3 times and then tie it in a knot and cut the excess off. right. Now we want him to hold a little fall pumpkin and some leaves. So I'm just gonna glue these on. About right there. Might be too much. I think I'm gonna take a couple of these off. Get my pliers. All right, glue that right there. Again, you might want your handy finger protector. Put this on our pumpkin, make it look so cute. Hold that for a little bit. You can use any fall picks that you might have laying around or that you like and go out and get. I do want this on here, but I'm going to cut it down. This is just preference, what you are going to like. Just make sure you're gluing it on. I think that will do it. I'm not going to use the mums. I like this the way it is. All right. Now that we have our fall picks on, I like where the arms are positioned. We need to hot glue the felt onto the raffia a little bit, just so it doesn't move around and slide down. So you're going to do this on each side. Just a little glue, doesn't need to be much, just to hold it in place. All right, we are almost done. We need to turn our scarecrow around, and we need to add some twine so we can hang it. So get a good piece of twine. You're going to tie it around this piece here. Get it really good underneath. Might take a minute because we did sew it on there. Use my scissors to pull it through there. There we go. See where we're going to tie it. I'm going to tie it about right there. All right. There we have our hanger. Put that down towards the bottom. And there we have it. And there you have it, a really cute, fun addition for your front door for the fall, or you can have it inside. It's really fun. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. And we will see you next time.